listen a lot to my internal world, and I kind of think of it as like navigating or exploring. I like to explore my internal world and see how my mind works and how my body works. And rather than looking at my emotions, which I do sometimes, my ego gets caught up in it, but rather than looking at my emotions as this real bad thing, I just try to listen to what they're telling me. It turns out a lot of times they tell me about how I'm perceiving the present moment. And they tell me that I'm perceiving the present moment from a place of injury. What's interesting is as you learn to quiet that, as you learn to get out of your mind, as you learn to quiet the mind, because the mind tells you a story, and you start to listen to your gut, you start to listen to your body, you start to observe it, and the more you don't react to everything, you just listen to it, the less your body actually reacts to stuff out there. Anxiety goes way down, depression goes way down. You start to listen to what's the wisdom of your mind, your body particularly, and then you can use your mind to start creating. You can start using your mind to use that data to navigate your world much more deliberately. But that's really hard if you can't trust yourself to execute in the present moment. I've had several clients speaking to this 15-year-old young woman this week. Such a nice young woman, and she is terrified of being in the present moment, terrified of executing in the present moment, terrified of looking someone in the eye or speaking her truth or even trying to figure out her truth. And that's not just her. Man, being in high school, you feel like you're under the microscope all the time, especially now with social media. Kids are just so overwhelmed with information. Their brains are working all the time, and they're on social media all the time and on their phones and computers all the time and TikTok and all that stuff that I don't understand. And they're overwhelmed. Their limbic brain's listening, and their limbic brain is saying, holy shit, there's a lot of data coming in. I'm overwhelmed. And oh man, all these people are going to reject me and I'm not good enough and I should just shut down in this present moment because it's overwhelming. So we avoid, we procrastinate, we feel powerless. Powerlessness is depression. Depression is really this sense of, I feel overwhelmed, I can't do it anymore, I need to escape. I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. And depression can be very legitimate. I'm not delegitimizing depression. In fact, I'm actually saying depression is a signal, it's information, it's a piece of information. It's telling you that you are perceiving your life as from a place of powerlessness. Perhaps you're perceiving the present moment as a powerless thing.